welcome to News 6. I'm Andy Heimbaugh. Today's show is presented by Mr. Barry Kaufman's 6th grade class from Bettsville, Ohio. Today's program will show you some profitable area businesses. Our first story is Greg to tell us about our first business.
How would you like to work with stained glass? A few years ago, Sally Parker of Bettsville became interested in stained glass and decided to start a business. Linda Dantuno talked to her.
Who encouraged you the most to start your business?
Myself and some friends.
How do you make the glass figures?
Well, you have a pattern, okay, you draw on a piece of paper, you trace it to the glass, then you cut it out, okay, then it has to be ground, so there's no sharp edges on it. Then it's usually washed. Each piece is washed and dried carefully. Then it's put back together on the pattern, it's foiled, and then you solder it together.
What kind of figure do you sell the most?
Sun catchers, they're small. People can hang them anywhere in their kitchen, living room.
What is the most complicated thing to make?
Anything with a lot of small pieces. A big window with a lot of small pieces is the most complicated.
Do you ever go to exhibits or festivals to sell your creations?
We don't now. We did once. We went to Tiffin, and there was a craft show there for 3 days. The thing is, there's not enough time to put into the craft shows, running the business here. You know, to do both would just be too much.
Learning how to do stained glass is not hard but time-consuming. Making stained glass may not be interesting to you. Then how about crafts? Nathan has this story.
If you're interested in quilting, tinware, and other crafts, the Dormouse is for you. Mary Ann Sorg and her husband are the owners of the Dormouse, a craft shop. Mrs. Sorg talked to Larry Glass about her shop.
How long did it take you to get started in the business?
Oh, I think we bought the building in May and we opened in September, so that long.
Did it take a lot of work to change the church into a shop?
Yes, it did, because the floor was slanted from where you come in the front door down to where we have the wall up there, and that's where the altar was. So we had to tear up the original floor and got down to this flat one underneath, and then there were a lot of other things we had to do to the interior.
Do you have a certain item you specialize in?
Basically quilting fabric and other quilting supplies.
What is your newest item?
Our newest item? Gee. Probably the tin things and decorations for Valentine's Day.
How long did it take you to get your name to get around?
Oh, only a few days. There were 3 of us originally that opened the business, and we each put in 5 names, and by process of elimination, we came up with the one Dormouse.
If you want to learn how to make some of these crafts, the Dormouse offers classes. Mrs. Sorg has 5 years of experience to offer. Perhaps making something is not of your interest. Then how about helping people? Maria tells us about it.
We are privileged to have a nursing care center in our community. The nursing dimension of Bettsville, Ohio was established in June 1978. It is operated by several qualified nurses, and Aaron Bramo taught to Wanda Williams, registered nurse.
Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, Aaron, we enjoy our job here. We see patients for the state that are pregnant and need help with their care. And part of our job is to teach patients how to keep themselves healthy.
How did you get the name Nursing Dimensions?
Since we picked the name out in 1978, it's a little hard to remember. There was 3 nurses who started this office, and we started to try to think up names, and that just is what we came up with.
What kind of classes do you offer?
On an individual basis, we teach people how to reduce stress, which helps lower their blood pressure. We teach classes in childbirth education, how to help a woman to have a child easier when she's in the hospital. We do a lot of teaching on diet, exercise, just all the things that go into keeping you healthy.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
That's a hard one. I guess I've always wanted to be a nurse. I enjoy working with people, helping people. It's a rewarding job.
Bettsville was chosen for this facility because no medical treatment departments exist in Bettsville. Making crafts and helping people keep our community busy, but Carrie has an editorial on something special.
The school community of Bettsville is having the second annual readathon for Ohio Right to Read Week. The funds raised go to the new library books for our school. The kids here work hard and earn prizes. This year is sponsorship. The readathon will start on the 25th of February and end March 1st. March 1st is also when a student from each class will help launch a mass of helium balloons. The students then collect the money from those sponsors March 18th through 25th. In the next story, Mandy is going to tell us something that we are really proud of.
Our teacher, Mr. Barry Kaufman of Bettsville, Ohio, has applied for the Teacher in Space project. Mr. Kaufman is one of many Ohioans who have applied for the adventure. Mr. Kaufman has been interested in the space program when NASA was beginning and was one of many millions of people who watched on July 1969 when Neil Armstrong made a spectacular feat as he was the first person to touch the moon. By April 1st, Ohio will have picked the 2 finalists. We hope that Mr. Kaufman will be able to go into space because it's one of his lifelong dreams. Thank you for joining us. Be here next week when 6th graders from St. Mary's Elementary in Lipsick, Ohio will present New 6. Have a nice week.